Can you hear anything? So we appreciate the rain, but it's a little loud. Another thing in here, I got leaks. Well, good morning, Rinconians. How you doing today? So, I'm kind of at a standstill in some ways. I know I keep talking about putting the sides on here and putting the phylon on the sides and things like that, but a number of things I'm waiting for. So as far as the sides go, I could do that, but a big part of the support to the sides and the back is the galley shelving. And I don't want to get into that shelving until I have all the parts. I think I mentioned that I ordered them. I got the cooler, the stove, the microwave. And my other thought is up here is a cabinet that goes in the front. That could help hold it together. So that's something I can work on. But as far as the sides go, gluing the phylon, I had to order the adhesive. And that should be coming within the week, I hope. So I'm going to obviously need to wait for that, so I can't do that. What I think I am going to do is I'm going to put the cabinet faces together. According to our plans, we're supposed to cut the faces out of plywood. But I don't like that idea because the face with the plywood is it has a lot of open grain. So I'm just going to take pine and I'm going to use pocket screws and screw together a face similar to what our design shows. So what I thought is I can probably do 3 faces. I can do the inside cabinet face for the back and the inside cabinet face for the front. And that'll be good. And I can also continue with finishing. I've got 1 coat of finish on here. I'll get some patching to do. Maybe I'll get another coat of varnish on this. So there's things to do, so let's see what happens. So it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, and you can see that it's about 80 degrees in here. Actually, it's about 85. So yesterday afternoon I came in and that's at 110. So here we are, we gotta get away from Arizona to get out of the heat. And it's about 100 degrees here. And it's even worse here because 100 degrees with a humidity level they have feels pretty bad, you know. And then what makes it worse is this building is just made out of steel with no insulation. So it's like a little oven. I don't think it was actually 110 here, but inside on this wall it was. So today it's gonna be up around that same temperature. So this morning I'll try to make the most of the cooler temperature. What gets me is the east side is back here, which is okay, but as the sun comes to the west side, this wall really heats up. So here we go, just dealing with the heat. But we'll deal with it. All right. Okay, just kind of wanted to show you what I go through when it comes to modification of these plans. My trailer is wider. The original width here, 3'10½", whereas mine is 4'6½", or 54.5 inches wide. So, of course, I got to change all those numbers. Now, the other thing is I'm not going to router this out. I'm not going to do the arches. I'm just going to use pocket screws and just take pieces of pine and screw them together. So again, I'm changing this layout, and I've done all the math here. I don't know if any of those chicken scratches make sense to you. But anyway, I got my material cut list here, what I need, and we'll put together this face. All right, just wanted to show you the layout. Here it is. And I've been playing around with this little Craig. I have another one of these back in Arizona. I didn't want to spend any money on anything fancy. That was 20 bucks, and I was just practicing. I think I can get 2 holes in that little piece. or 4 when we talk about both ends. So let's do our pocket holes. Let's get this screwed together. But that's the layout. I think that's not too bad. Okay, there it is all put together. That'll work. Now, let's see about doing another one. So it's 1:30 in the afternoon. We're just about at 100 degrees in here. And as we look outside, you see the shadow. It's just not quite aiming at us. But as soon as it does, temperature is really going to shoot up. So I don't know what else, how much more else I'm going to do in here this afternoon. Got to eat lunch, and then maybe I won't do anything more in here. All right, guys. Talk to you later. All right, I'm just checking out how everything comes together here. Our dimensions should allow all these lengths to work out just right. Mine are off a tad, so what I'm doing, I'm lining up the back here, getting these just right. And then I'm going to cut. See how we're off by, that's a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to just zing this off, which shouldn't be a problem. And it's similar. Well, this side isn't as bad. Well, I guess it could be. I think I'm getting a little bit of a curl here too. I think I can fasten that down. But so anyway, I'm marking this, and then I'm going to recut this line so it's even, so it's not sticking beyond our curl point when we add our roof plywood. But otherwise, the other thing I'm doing is laying out for screwing this on. We'll get some screws into here, and then I've supported this with these 2x, because I'm still waiting for the cooler for the back cabinets. I've got to make a bunch of curved pieces to match the end of the trailer. So there's a couple ways you can do it. Jigsaw and then sand to get that rounded look, which is what I did with the first one. But what I think is quicker, and I don't have a sander that I can lay flat and get square, if you know what I mean. So I use my hand sander, and it kind of leaves it kind of rounded. So in order to get this nice and square, what I'm doing is I'm tracing these out like this. I need 8 of these, about, you know, just about 4 inches long, less than that actually. So do one there, another one on this side. That way I got 2 going at the same time. Set up, and I'll cut this out with my jigsaw. Just kind of roughly. I'm not going to cut it real tight. One side, now the other. Here's the trick. I take my good piece and I set this just a little longer than my good piece. And here's the trick. I'm taking my router, and this just kind of evens it up, squares it up nicely. This one's a little longer. Yeah, so it gives me 2. I'll cut them off at 4 inches, and then I got 2 more sets. We had about 1.5 inches of rain, over 1.5 inches of rain last night. The wind was blowing wicked. So I know this, I showed you the other day that I get leaks, and I didn't want water stains on my inside. So I just cleared. I guess we had a little bit of wetness here, but it was blowing coming from the west, which is right at the doors. You can see how the water came in, but very much needed rain. Wind is still blowing. Major erosion, water running by. You can see the wind on the white caps on the slough. But anyway, such is life in North Dakota. I'll take it over the heat in Arizona. I think it's supposed to hit 110 there today. All right, so let's get going on this. I'm gonna continue on the back hatch bins in the very back. Got all my pieces cut. I gotta box this in and attach all the rounded parts here. So yeah. All right, I just got 2 more of these little end pieces to put on. You can see that I've put the pieces together, glued and stapled them, cut them to length, and I glue and screw these on. And that gives us that, matches that end shape there. And I've already got one of the end pieces there, and I'll match And then I'll match these here. Just got to cut it to length, as you can see. Then we'll get our plywood hatch on there. So there we go, after 2 days of cutting blocks and attaching. It didn't take 2 days, but a little bit of time involved with that. Looks pretty simple though, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm happy with it. Well, that's it for now on our teardrop build. I do appreciate you all watching, and I look forward to seeing you here again.